Folks, today I'm really excited to introduce you to a tarp that I think is going to be fantastic, regardless if you're looking for something for the next outdoor adventure on the trail, setting it up like this for a cookout, barbecue, for friends and family. I want to introduce you to the Mountainsmith Mountain Shade Tarp. We picked this up from Mountainsmith. We want to appreciate them and thank them for sending this over to us to test out and review for you guys, the viewers. And I can tell you that when I originally got this in the package, I was like, cool, another tarp, whatever, I'll show it off. And okay, but this thing has totally blown us away. We were super stoked to put it up, and it has huge value to versatility that I believe a lot of you are going to totally dig. So let's break this thing down real quick, show you what this has to offer. Okay, so let's go ahead and just kind of hit some of the basic specs for you of this awesome tarp. Again, we're just totally digging it. It's awesome how a $50 item that you're not really expecting can just like blow your mind. So the deal is this is a 12 by 12 Cantonary, I believe is how you pronounce it. I'll annotate it in. Cut. So it's cut in a particular way that it's really designed for the setup that you see here. It's not easy to do lean-to setups and other things. You can do it, but it's just not quite designed that way. It's designed for this style with these kind of low, shallow cut-ins, and it comes in and then goes back out. So again, 12 by 12 feet, which is awesome. And so that's going to give you square footage of the ground cover of 144 feet, which is huge. I mean, that's a lot of ground cover, and you're going to see that here in just a moment. And then the weight on this thing is going to be 30 ounces, and that's with everything in the bag. So that's the bag, that's the tarp, and that's the stakes as well with the guidelines. So that's a very good, like less than 2 pounds for this setup. I think this would be a great like through backpacker, you know, through hiker who wants some shelter and wants to sleep and have some rain cover, but doesn't want the weight and wants to keep it at a low price, which is awesome. So I'm going to read to you the specs of the material and what this is made out of, because this is like the 1.21 gigawatt setup of tarps, apparently, because of how crazy the materials are that they're using on this tarp. So what we're looking at here for the fly is 68D by 185T polyrip PU 2000 millimeter polypropylene setup. That is what we are looking at, and I believe the cord is polypropylene cord. So I'll annotate that in, guys. It looks pretty good. It's ripstop, you know, nylon. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It looks durable. It's waterproof. We've been having some rain and stuff, and it's beating up great, and it's lightweight. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and look at the grommet holes and just the guidelines and overall attachments that the tarp offers. Now, I love that they have this metal grommet right here, nice and large. We're using our Mountainsmith trekking pole, obviously, for this in the backcountry. You can obviously also use the tarp poles, you know, that you can buy from Mountainsmith that we'll have links in the description below that we're seeing throughout this video. Really good seam stitching along here that I really like, reinforced even down below. They add a little piece here so, you know, this isn't gonna tear out on you with average use. And then they do give you these guidelines standard already attached. That is super awesome. It's the first tarp I've ever purchased that actually came like this. I like that it's high visibility, and from what I see, it does have little reflectors in it, which is awesome. Super nice, so you're not gonna trip over that in the middle of the night. It does come with basic stakes. I would have liked to see the Mountainsmith aluminum stakes. Those are a little bit better included, but it does come with stakes included as well. Then on the 6 corners, again, reinforced. Really like that a lot. Good to see that. Nice attachment, and again, the attachment cables, and these are super long, so you have a lot of space to play with attached to trees. You have one in the center here and then one on the corner, and you have that on each side. So you can totally get this kind of up and above like what we have today, or you can cinch it down low to the ground and basically make a 2-walled tent very easily with the guideline setup that comes already attached, which is a huge plus. So I want to hit price point with you real quick. The awesome thing is this is going for $50. We will have links in the description below over to Amazon, not only for the tarp, but also the poles that we'll be talking about in just a moment and walking you through as well. So for 50 bucks, you're getting not only a 12-foot by 12-foot tarp, you're getting the guidelines, and you're getting, you know, the bag, the stakes, all of that you don't normally get with most other tarps like this, and it's lightweighted, under 2 pounds. And for $50, I think that is a huge bang for buck, huge value point to me. It's one of the cheaper, most high value tarps I've ever seen on the market. So again, links below over to Amazon for all the items that you're seeing today. So GT Junior and I are going to walk you through the 2 pole options that are out there for you for this Mountainsmith tarp. So for your backcountry and most versatile option, it would be to go with trekking poles. Now, if you already own a pair of trekking poles, awesome. If you're wanting to possibly use those, and basically for the backcountry in particular, then Mountainsmith has tons of different ones from different sizes, options, all that. I'm using their Pyrite 70-75s, and this is gonna give me a peak of 57 inches, which is pretty decent for the backcountry. I can definitely sit up in it, you know, hunch over. You can see some of the action that we're throwing in there. Even my buddy Brian took his little backpacking chair and was able to sit very comfortably underneath that. And so that's gonna be the easiest way when you're out in the bush if you wanna use this tarp, or you can run it just with guidelines and attach it in between trees.
Good job, Mountainsmith. We like it.
Now, if you want something that has a little bit more of a permanent solution, weight really isn't an issue, and you want a really high peak level so you can basically walk underneath this tarp, Mountainsmith has two options for you: aluminum or steel poles, and they come in this nice pouch. It even has a little bit of padding at the bottom so it's not going to tear out, and just depends on weight and price. Prices vary. Again, links in the description below for you guys to check that out. But these poles are really nice because not only are they really durable, I have the aluminum set, but the steel set is there as well as an option. But this will give you a peak height of 6'10", which is really crazy that they offer that, and is a great bonus if you're going to use this, you know, with picnics, car camping, that type of thing. These are not designed for backcountry. I wouldn't be hiking these up and, you know, camping with them on a backpacking trip. But for when weight is not an issue, these things are awesome. And as you can see, I did this all by myself. Just had GT Jr. giving me some moral support, so I was able to set this up with one person. It's a little easier with two, obviously, but you can see here I'm 6'2". I still got about 4 inches off the top, you know, because it kind of swoops in the middle a little bit with the peak, but easily able to give a lot of shade to several people for a cookout or a party, 4th of July, I mean, you name it. I want to thank you so much for coming over here today and checking out the channel. I love this thing. As you've seen, we've talked about it enough. I mean, lightweight, capable, very inexpensive, high quality. I love Mountainsmith stuff because it's always, I've had several items from them, and always high quality to high value, very high value. And I think a lot of people are going to get a lot of use out of something like this. So as always, thank you so much for checking out the channel. Please subscribe, comment, like, share this video. Love to hear your guys' thoughts. Check us out on all the relevant social media as well. It's a great way to see what's up and coming. And always remember, stay equipped, stay prepared, and we'll see you out there.